お願いユウコ、またあなたの力を貸してほしいの。待って、レイコ、どういうこと？
Mugen Senshi Valis 2 by Telenet Games first appeared on the NEC PC 8801 in 1989, and what a vast improvement it is over the original game. Now we have full-on FM and PCM audio including voices. We also get graphics with far better use of colour when using the analog monitor mode. The game still moves in a pretty janky fashion, but at least now it is playable. Yes, it is slow and a little unresponsive, but there has been some thought put into the gameplay this time round, unlike the original where enemies just bombarded you without mercy. I must say that the audio in this game is really good, especially for the time. Did DOS games ever sound this good? I think not. Well, not until sound cards such as the Sound Blaster 16 came around in 1992. In Valis 2, you still play as Yuko and hold the Valis sword, once again set with the task of saving the world. Only this time, the stages are more linear, and that's a good thing, as the stages in the original PC 8801 game were a nightmare when it came to figuring out where to go. The NEC PC 9801 came next with its port of Valis 2, and in ways it's actually worse. So it looks the same as the PC 88 version, but does run faster, and with that we have a more playable game. The game also comes on fewer discs now. The PC 88 version came on 7 discs, while this is only 3. However, there is a downside. We no longer have the PCM audio. Yep. No speech and less groovy music. So, which will it be? Faster and more responsive gameplay, or better audio? If only the PC 9801 had the same audio options as the PC 8801. Next up with the MSX2 version, which also came on floppy disk. While this is a big improvement on the scrolling of the NEC systems, it still isn't exactly smooth, something the MSX2 should have been able to give us. Graphically, the game looks similar to the NEC PC versions, but at an obvious lower resolution. However, it doesn't sound anywhere near as good. It's also a shame that the percussion track also cuts out every time Yuko uses her weapon. Not a bad port, but the MSX2 could do better.
バリア様にも危険が迫る。お願いユウコ。またあなたの力を貸してほしいの。待って。レイコ、どういうこと？
The king of Japanese computers, the Sharp X68000, is next in line. Can it surprise us? It sure can, but not in a positive way. But why, you may be thinking? This intro looks vastly superior to all other versions. And yes, I would agree with that, but the core game is so different. The speed at which it runs is not fixed. The screen now scrolls when Yuko is near the right side of the play area, making it more difficult to see oncoming enemies. The attack is now rapid. Enemy placement is poorly thought out, making some sections impossible to do without getting hit, and the jumping mechanic is horrible. Really, what have Telenet done to this port? Given it a facelift and given the main game design to a work experienced staff member? Quite a disappointment. Still, we've got 2 more ports to take a look at. Fingers crossed they are better than this.
You are my first and my only friend.
CD-ROM time with the PC Engine CD-ROM release of Valis 2. The first Valis game on the PC Engine looked really nice and played quite well too. Sadly, the same can't be said about Part 2. This looks more like the first game on the Mega Drive. Undetailed, chunky looking sprites, stiff animation and sluggish gameplay summed up the first game on the Mega Drive, and that's exactly what the second game is like on the PC Engine. You've probably also noticed that it's a completely different game. Yep, Lasersoft, a division of Telenet, who released this one, have gone and completely changed the game's story and stages. This is actually not the same game. To make matters worse, I can only show you the horrible Western release with its awful voice acting. Finally, we have the Mega Drive release, which is also a bizarre one. Known as SD Valis, this is a super deformed version of the PC Engine game, and yes, it's a stinker. Well, it does actually play better than the PC Engine game, but not by much. There's also a few gameplay twists, such as being able to change your costume and weapons at will after collecting them. This can really help out with certain bosses, but it can't help a poor game become a good one. Oh, and I just know someone in the comments section will mention this if I don't. The US version of this game is called Sid of Valis, with Yuko being renamed to Sid. That's Sid spelled SYD. Why on earth did they do that? take a look at all those versions of Mugen Senshi Valis 2 running side by side.